My name is Tarrah Te Velde. I'm from Cashmere, Washington, where we grow pears. In the Cashmere area, it's a good valley to grow in because we get the right temperature as well as having good soils. Everyone grows pears here, so it's nice to be able to work with your neighbors and figure out, like, if they have a pest, then maybe you are having the same pest or the same problem. So it's nice to have everyone with the same crop. So I've always grown up here, and I have two older sisters, and it was always a family dynamic. We always had an orchard manager, but we helped out with irrigation and harvest. I remember being like 4, and my dad would be carrying those hand lines back when we had hand lines instead of micro irrigation. He'd be carrying like 5 of those, and both my sisters would be carrying 2, and my mom would be carrying 2, and I'd be like finding the shortest one, and I could just drag it behind them, and they were so mad because I'd get the little hook like just coated in grass and dirt, so it wasn't very good. But then I got older, obviously, and our roles changed. We decided to put in a baby orchard 3 years ago, and because it's not in fruit, the orchard manager doesn't have so much to do with it, but he does come and help and teach us what to do. Like this year we started tree training, and he came and he did like a whole row with us, showing us that the trees need to be at this angle, or this limb's not going to be a good limb because it's going to break as soon as fruit does get on it. I had never heard of integrated pest management before, or natural enemies. I mean, I thought all bugs shouldn't be in the orchard when I was in high school. And then I get into Wenatchee Valley College, and my entomology teacher, Dr. Bob Gillespie, he just like opened the door about green lacewings and how, you know, bugs should be in the orchard. You know, even having a ton of bugs, as long as they're predators and parasitoids, could do more than a spray can do. So my mom had to take over the orchards 6 years ago after my grandfather passed. And at first, we had concerns. Everyone had concerns about a single mother who works in Ellensburg being a phlebotomist or a lab manager for the clinic, owning orchards and taking care of them. And, you know, a lot of people came up and offered to buy the orchards from us, and she just said no, and it was her strength that really showed me that I could go into the tree fruit industry and have the respect of my community. When she was my age and younger, she was always out with my grandpa helping on the orchard, so she knew what she was doing. And just watching her never give up, you know, she might have got frustrated, we might have had a setback like the elk that never leave our baby trees alone, but she never gave up, and she never even considered once selling the orchards that we still own. And it was just her strength that really pushed me to choose this career. So in high school I got involved in FFA, and there's a competition called apple judging. And every year my ag teacher, Mr. Finch, would bring in 2 fieldmen from the valley, and they could just look at all these different pears and apples that were like beat up or had bites or all these different injuries, and they could tell you what bug did it, and like if they were in blossom when it happened, or if they were like just tiny little buds, or if, you know, it's a late season injury. And I just thought, you know, in my senior year, when everyone was asking me what I wanted to become, I was like, I want to do that. I want to be able to come into a high school and tell, you know, 20 students that are interested in the field, like, Camp Paloma did this, or this is psylla damage that encouraged black sooty mold to take place on these fruits. Or, you know, I just wanted that, and I didn't know if I could be that. Because we're such a small community, and all the fieldmen here are men, so I was concerned that if I spent 4 years learning about this, am I going to be able to get a job? You know, college isn't cheap. I didn't want to spend 4 years wasted if I couldn't end up getting a job. And then I got a job at the Washington State University Tree Fruit Research and Extension Center in Wenatchee, and I work under 3 women, and just the fact that they're so high up and they know so much, it just made me believe more. Farming is difficult. I mean, there's days that I wake up and I'm just like, I wish I could sleep in, but I know I have to go out because that's when the bugs are active. And it's not the most glamorous career. I mean, you work in orchards. I mean, it's not like you're the president or anything. But if you're passionate about it, that's all that should matter. You don't need to worry about what other people think. As long as you have the drive and the determination to do it, you should go for it.